What's up, morning ladies? My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Claire or Kyle Drago and Larry Waving Caster. It's basically this guy, this girl, and I put their names on the bottom so that to keep them track of who's who. So here, her and Larry, and so in this what if, there's 4 characters that are custom made for their biggest, basically. So first 2 you saw, and when you see this one is all about bakugan. So yeah. So there's him, her, and her. That's 3. So let me give a little bit of a explaining to the what will go down. So the first of all, there was only 3 people in the main timeline, basically, in this alternate universe. Or alternate universe, where it's still similar to, like, the canon version of, like, Bakugan stuff. Yeah, but yeah. So, and let me properly, introduce the new characters before we bring in the final member of their team. So we got, give me a minute to find, we got Gluttony, basically. He's a pyro Bakugan. He always doesn't have any eyelids, so he always looks like he's always angry. But in reality, he's always hungry. And yeah. People make fun of him for that. And yeah. Next, he is the owner by the Zero Blair or Blaze. Yeah, her. And no, she did not lose an arm. It's just a little AI just messed up because it looks like she's holding her arm all the way back. Yeah. So, yeah. And then we got my personal favorite. Let me make sure. It's I'm going to make sure to, and this to here and here.
Somnarakwa.
Yeah. And this Bakugan is a very powerful Bakugan, but it is a support character. Some say. And it is owned by Larry, or Lily. I always puts her names wrong, so that's why I always have to go back and forth to Lara here. Here. Owned by
Somnarakwa owned by Lyra.
Lara. Yeah. So that's her bakugan. And for this guy right here, he is the owner of Shadow Mech Lord Dragon. I'll just say Dragon because yeah. He's a number 2. But later down the line, his creature or Bakugan partner evolves into, I don't want to say your name wrong, so that's why I'm
Eclipse Draconix.
Eclipse Dragoness. Yeah. And AI just messed up on his arm, so please just ignore what he has. Looks like he has 2 arms instead of 1 on his left side. So, yeah. And let me show you what they look like. So this is the Shadow Mech Lord Dragon or Dragon. And then this is its upgraded form. The
Eclipse Draconix.
Eclipse Dragoness. So, yeah. So, so they were, this is a story. Ready? So they were on a team of Bakugan trainers. And somehow, he's a scientist, first of all. And he tries to find something to boost their team aim. But they ended up bringing someone else from a different alternate universe. Raden. You can see it on the top left or right. Yeah, top left of your screen. Here. No. Yeah, so this character is, of course, a son of take a guess. He is the son of Dan from the alternate timeline. He knows it. And he's also the son of Ray and
Rabbiter.
Rabbit Eater. Yeah. And the and so Trikoi is Raminer is his sister, so that makes her the basically the one of the aunts of the of her or of him. So yeah, so they both always go with him as theme. Yeah, so the so he meets the Zara, Lara, and Claire. Claire, yeah. At that exact same moment. So, yeah. So then the Zara, when she first met Rendo, or Randon, this one. Sometimes I pronounce their names wrong, so I'm sorry for that. So, yeah. So he never actually went into a bakugan battles before her. And so it's his first time. As he's kind of scared about it. But his mother encouraged him to, let us do it. So, yeah. And it was a battle arena. So, yeah. Never done one in. So it was 1 versus 1 on battles. So, and guess who he ends up battling against? His thing. And the team. Yeah, this guy right here. I think his name was Mokuba or something. I keep getting those confused. Sorry. Hold on. I know there. What? Her. Train. This one. Because sometimes I don't need a sponsored.
Marucho Marukura.
Marucho. Yeah. So as he says, Bakugan, crawl, as his mother was up first. As the yeah. As the wow, this kid is quite new. Or as he researched what it, as then he says, wait, that's ones that we faced in this time. Never met you. As the guy says, he's from an alternate universe. There's Marucho. So, as yeah, or they're from an alternate timeline version where the where we him found him. So yeah, so Dan was basically, and he's also a son of you, Dan. But and no, I'm not actually talking about you. If your name starts with Dan, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the one in the bakugan universe stuff. So Dan, or name here. His name is literally called Dan. Name, yeah, this one. That's how you. That's how he spells his name thing. So when they heard, or when wait, so he's an alternate version? Yeah. As his own. He never actually did anything that brawling things. As he's just too scared of. And let's say he used the water attribute one, where I forget his name. Where did I put that video? It's right here. Let me add that real quick. Because so, yeah, here it is. So, him. So, Marucho throws out him as he's like, huh. That's. As he's hiding behind the little debris. As he's just too scared of. As the rainbow or her, I forget her name. The Rebbery him. And if you guys want to know what her Bakugan spirit form looks like, this is what it looks like. If she was released. I'm still hoping that they release her out into the, yeah. So yeah, he's just too scared of lizards because he saw one that was hissed right at him with like same thing as Rendo or Ribri. For I keep calling her Rindor, but and here Ribri
Rabbiter.
Rabbi here tells her son, or she actually flies over to her son and hugs him. Don't worry, I will make sure to get rid of that lizard dude over there. As the lizard was like, or Aquas, or what, or whatever, I forget it. Yeah. I keep forgetting their names. Like, I keep, like, remembering the Bakugan, other Bakugan's name, but I can never remember his name. So, and no, I will not research it. So, yes. So as he's a new. He's so scared. Where this one, I'll take it easy on you. As he used the ability card, earn as his mother, lizard, I always call him lizard because that's what I grew up with. I always just pronounce his name like there's Aguas and then So Lizard used a special move called Water Slash as the aim. But it was weak. But it ended up missing the Rembry aim. But the attack went all the way through, and as he's like terrified as he closes his eyes, as he's trying not to be aiming, because the attack missed, but it ended up gonna hit him, as his mother saw what it's gonna do. She flies over and he basically thinking that she placed down the card first. As he says, "Get card open. Cancel attack." As the card, so the attack stopped right in front of him. As Rainbury, he is surprised about he knew how to do that. As he's trying not to shed tear. As he says that he basically this card negates her attacks, and it gives one of my bakugan, and as he or one of the bakugan, extra attack points or G power, as he looks at his own mother. I believe it's as her G power raised up to, like, basically, yeah. What was if G power. So no. So normally, yeah. Oh, look, found Nogla. That was his name. Yeah. So let's say hers was 1,500 G power, or 45, 450 G power. So then the Aquas is basically, or Marucho's is is yeah. Name. Prius. Yeah. And yeah. So yeah, Prius is this G power thing is, let's say, 500. So she basically gets 950 attack or G power. So then her evil eyes, she says, "I'll make you pay for trying to hurt my son like that." As Prius is like, "No, please don't." As she uses many of her abilities, and Prius is just knocks out. As he's so then another one. So then brings out the basically. So he brings out another bakugan, some random water type one, and yeah, and so he believed that the Preus got defeated by an alternate hint version of Raybury. Yeah. The yeah. So no sponsors. No. So then it's gonna be a long one, or long video I forgot to mention. So Raybury, he was first one up, and then the so then Rebree's sister comes out, and yeah, so then as he gets, so Rebree was on, so Trikoi was on his shoulder before. Oh. As she basically says, Rennie? Yep. As he's trying to calm himself down. So then they switched out for her. As he says, Bakugan, crawl. Trikoi, stand. So then he's playing like a pro, as Alice says, or as Dan sees how would his alternate version of, or actually, how would, I'm so proud of my own son, as if, because him. So, it was the first competition. So then as he, like, basically, so he won his first match against Maruto. Yeah. And he says, I never played or never tried Bakugan Battle before. So, yeah. As he basically, as he teaches them. So next up was actually two fires types. Dan and Zara. Yeah. Zara versus Dan in the number 2 battle. So, in the first one was Earth attribute and light attribute versus water attribute. And now as his, So, running Gluttony, as Gluttony says, yeah. Taking on him will be a piece of cake. Yeah. As, So then the panel. So, Dan summons Dragon, or his own dragon. And so they battled, and the so then, as he was about to eat the bakugan, but then his trainer, basically the Zara, actually went into her backpack and pulled out a cake. As Gluttony turns around, looks over, and sees the cake as he runs for it. And not like the other way around, but towards it as he gives it. Yeah. As, yeah. So, it's a weird, matchup thing. So, I might put it down a voting poll for who would be the best out of the 4 battles. And then, or 5 battles. So, then, of course, Dan won that battle. So now he moves on. So it's 1-1. So then who would I pick? I will pick Lara versus I forget her name. I'm forgetful, okay? Leave me alone. That blue-haired girl. Sharuna, I think her name was. Bakugan Sharuna? think that's how you pronounce her name. Oh, I hate. So, Ron. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce her name correctly, so that's why I thought. So then, yeah. So,
Runo Masaki.
Runo Mashaki, when she, like, battled, so when she was battling against Lara, so off screen, Krell, I forget his name, actually walked up to the Render and congratulates him on his own first ever battle between, yeah. And no, it normally these scenes end with like someone getting shot in the chest. But no, that's not going to be happening. Yeah. And he did give words of encouragement to him so that this guy gives the words of encouragement to a young kid that he doesn't know how to play bakugan correctly. He only knows, or he learned the skills from his father. So, yeah. So then plus, he does have a similar power to his mother's thing, like about he can transform into like the red version of his own mother, so that to make things interesting. Hi.
Bye. Love you.
Bye. You too.
Have a good day.
You too. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. So, Lara against this girl. As she's wondering what bakugan does she have. As Lara brings out the sub aqua, and this one, as they thought it now dysfunctions, but the Lara says, "Oh, he's sleeping under the gate card, like how aqua monsters would be." Yeah. I was looking at that one scene where the Preyas was coming out of the one of the gate cards. Well, in order to wake him up, as she says, this beautiful creature, gate card, or no, ability card activate. Awaken moon. Or no. Awaken sound. Or whatever. I forget it. Because it was a custom ability card. So that as she's wondering what will come, what's that card do? It wakes up all sleeping monsters, or bakugan, on the battlegrounds. Think about it as if a monster was sleeping during the battles. Ooh, that's cool. Thank you. Now, here he comes. As what came out of the water was a giant-sized koi fish thing that looks like a... Yeah. As it was beautiful, but also deadly. So when she tries to figure it out, get card open, as she says, and sleeping waves of destruction. As the gate card Hearn, this boosts my Bakugan and G power to 700. So, yeah, and then but he also can't, or this beautiful creature has also a main abilities. One of them is called sleeping, or dreams absorption. As it releases like a fumes as Reno was like, what's going on with my Bakugan? As the Bakugan fell asleep. As she says that's one of his main abilities. One of its main abilities is to make Bakugan on the battlefield sleepy or drowsy. Or sleeping. And now it also gains extra 1,700 G power. So yeah. So she does one by a long shot. Yeah. So then now a girl versus a boy. So the main characters or main cast, Dark Trainer. So let's say I'm trying to find. So Masquerade in personality. So Alice. So, yeah. Alice was basically, she uses the dark one. So basically him versus her was quite an interesting matchup. Basically, Bakugan Crawl. Come on out, Shadow McLord. Earn as the he says the full name of it. And then the other one, like, she brings out her basically brings out her Bakugan and they start fighting and same thing. So as he says, as McLord had a special ability to neutralize all attacks and so and plus is so when off screen thing when he met or when he like took raid to her behind the stage thing, he also the lab or so he copied the defeats thing, like basically his own first win against a water type one was basically he had a card that was custom made that was allowed in tournaments. So then he says, ready? Your little friends and against my opponent or mine, as he activates the card. Ability card activate. Absorption souls. So this card allows him to basically, those Bakugan that were defeated by a team. Well, they their G power is lower to about 50%. So that makes him 0. And who was the light one was 0. And so he evolved into I forget his name. The Chaos or Drago. As he says, I'll call him Chaos Drago because he says that, how does it make you feel? It feels great. Now, as he looks at the dark, like basically her personality thing, or like basically her Bakugan says, ready for it? Here it comes. Magnorn Blast. Boom! As the one of his other abilities was to nail down his opponent. Yeah. He was the another ability card activate. As the yeah. So basically the upgraded version just took out the the three-headed Drago. The Alice's here, hold on. Let me find this one. He literally took out the three-headed Hydra. Or hybrid. Yeah. That one. Yeah. So when he lost to when she lost to him, he also gained the same abilities of him. And like his essence, like part of his essence, small part, went into as he evolved again into the three-headed version of it. So yeah. So then now that was 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the final round that they did was both teams have to bring out their strongest ones or brings out all their bakugan the kid brings out both of his. Gluttony, he brings out his. It comes out and like Warner and Dark and yeah. As they all went into battle, and of course he looks Wayne as they're like, or he actually had the same pose as what Dan would have been. So so they battled, and of course the original Bakugan players wins. The Dan they Mokuba or whatever, and like his team won. As he's like, or the kid's like, oh man, I don't know. As one of the like his mother is like, you're okay. At least we're together. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So then yeah. Bakugan battle crawl. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. But they're like, huh. As the main villain of the bunch was like, good job, everyone. Now, ready? Chaos? Drago? Yep. As there was a 3-headed Drago on the field, and he releases all of his true powers. His true goals was to annihilate everything. So he didn't need his subordinates anymore. As one of the blasts as hits the sun. So Rendo, her son, yeah, as sending, or he had a bloody arm. Basically, the arm, or his entire arm, his right arm, was pretty heavily damaged, but not like as many as he got knocked out before. He has a concussion. Not as so the yeah. So then his subordinates were all knocked out. So then Ray was standing right next to him, or so before, then lands right next to him. As as she actually, as she lifts her head up, as she's trying not to move as much with how much pain she's in. And as she looks over at, sorry if I'm making you sick, him. As she basically looks at him as she wants to be with him. She actually, during the entire time, she actually had a huge crush on him after they first met, so. As the Carl, I forget his name, or that's why Carl was on top of his own bakugan, as he kind of looks like that, but with the as the mini bakugan from the entire world gathered up, and like they try to beat him. But the only people who that could be able to stop him is, like, she thinks in her head, is her and Gluttony. As but we need more. As he basically, or as she walks over to her partner, or not her, her teammate, the Aqua's girl, Lara, try to wake her up, and because she was bruised, as he, or so she tells her that they stay with us, as, yeah, just throw, as she puts, like, she basically grabs her bakugan one, as she asks it politely to please wake up. And heal. As it does nod as its head, and as it gives to, so she gives name her girl, as she says its name, as he wakes up and heals the entire places, as including the Rendo, her and Ling, because her or his mother was so mad at him basically at the doctor, this guy, him, for betraying them like that. So then, ready? Yeah. Bakugan roll. As they, so every Bakugan, so the scientist says, ready, as of, or be, as a white hand comes out of nowhere, grabs all three heads. What? As she's like, you hurt my son, hun. Time for you to pay. As yeah. Basically, as the ability card activate. Okay, as the most of the Bakugan that went back into the spears things, as he tells them, actually, so Gluttony was eating, like, he ripped out the tails off of the dragon, as he says, no one makes a mockery of us as Bakugan players, or Bakugan, and tries to get away with it, and all that stuff. So there's light, earth, water, and fire. Here. Here, attribute ends up battling he ends up battling. So every other Bakugan player summons out their Bakugan before. So one of the tails, or so the guy, or so one of the, so the dragon throws the spike, and it does miss the bakugan as it launched right into, guess whose shoulder? His shoulder. Because he did have a special ability of targeting. So the attack went over him and landed right on his shoulder. Nailed him to the wall. As he doesn't want to die, as some of the other Bakugan that are light and earth types or attributes actually cared about him, so they all protected him. They never wanted him to die, so yeah. So after they have this big battle, and so then every other Bakugan was defeated. But I haven't told you that there's another Bakugan that he has. Heaven's Light Bakugan. So the Heaven's Light Bakugan is a most overpowered, broken Bakugan creature in the entire Bakugan universe. So he's like, ready? Yep. As he throws it. Bakugan Growl. Heaven's Light Stand. As they see this big glowing aura of, or actually, scratch that. That was part of the script, but there's a remix version. But yeah, actually, he transformed because his mother was defeated so he got angry as he says, now I'm gonna, or you're really making me mad. So as he runs across the entire stadium or entire city, as he transforms, Bakugan, and as he says his name, stand, boom, as they see a flaming, like basically fire attributed version of the Rambry, I think. Rambry. Imagine a red version of her, or her. Like a white and yellow and orange switch with red colors, like dark red, light red. Yeah. And that got, yeah. So that's what he looks like. A red version of the, yeah. As his own mother is surprised about this. As the ability card activate, destruction fists, as he punches down. And yeah, he went all brutal. Like he ripped off the bakugan, or no, not bakugan, the Chaos Drago, who has 3 heads, and like uppercuts him, rips his wings off, and like, yeah, as he tells him that no one should ever mess with me or my family ever again. That he crushes the heart of Chaos Drago, as he calms down, as he goes back to his human form, when he opens his eyes, as he starts having tears coming down, as he like basically lands on his knees, as he's crying, as he didn't mean to, like, actually, as as his own mother walks over with her sister, came and told her, it's all right, you're okay. You just had a angry moment. That happens in humans too. Yeah. As he didn't mean to kill a guy. He also killed the science guy. Too. So yeah, so as his pain, like he was crying. He didn't mean to kill a guy. Yeah. So then, yeah, he just wants to go home and forget all about it. But before he went back to the lab to, like, do it, guess who showed up and asked him out? Before you go, I have a little gift. Close your eyes, as she says. She walks right up to him and kissed him right on the lips. As his face becomes all blushed, as he didn't realize it. But the only 2 people that actually knew that she's in love with him was his own mother and his aunt knew that as so she had love in her eyes, and she asked him to go on a date, and as he says, sure. as as his mother allows him to. Who as yeah. So she basically dates him, and then she gets married to him. And basically they had a kid named. So they named. So both of the as he doesn't know how to or he doesn't know, or they don't know what to name him. Or she had triplets, or like duo, basically means two kids, one girl, one boy. So he doesn't know how, or yeah. So both of them. So his mother is happy to like see him, like basically. But they asked, how about, or some random names. So how about Blairzen? Like basically their son's name, or no, their father says, how about Crimson and Blair's, and the other would be reversed, Blair's Crimson. Yeah. So then they stuck with that names, and yeah. And so our story continues. But this is good is the end of the story of, if this video gets like 1 like or more, I might do a segment, like another episode, where or next what if thing would be focusing on like basically what would their powers be. And yeah, and plus I'm still hoping that they release her as her own figure. Because yeah. And do you like this content stuff? And if you do, please leave a like, share, subscribe. And who knows? If this video gets 1 like, then I might do a basically continue on this like what if stuff, or continue on this storyline of the what if thing. And who knows, I might make a new bakugan's creation thing where yeah, it could either be Heaven's Light or name, because that was the original script, but then I was like, you know what, no, that's not the yeah. And to show his like basically, because he has this almost similar personality to like his father, so I want like him to have the flames of thing. And plus, he is more like he's way more kind heart than the just like his mother, her more caring person than anyone. And don't ask me how they reproduce with the in that alternate timeline. If any of you are gonna ask, I don't know how they reproduce. Who's it? Because like basically the how because I know that the some bakugan are hybrids of like the original things. Like there's light, there's dark, and stuff. Well, the basically like those two, but the imagine not breeding with a human. So, yeah, he has similar powers to what in my original plan. Actually, I'll save it for like tomorrow's what if thing. It's gonna be the role play as the or actually the I'll just say it. Before he died, he actually had a son. That his son was basically had every attribute in the entire game. Yeah. Because of his father harnessing the darkness. And yeah, he served his purpose too, so then the newer Bakugan will be forming soon. So yeah, peace out, Cub Scouts, and have a good night or day, depends on the time zones. And sorry for this weird what if storyline. So, peace.